Welcome back, everyone. Happening today, the Children's Museum Houston is kicking off their Mid-Autumn Festival, and it is jam-packed day. It's full of tons of different activities honoring Vietnamese culture and the history behind the Mid-Autumn Fest.
You can bet it is going to be a fun time. Joining us now to tell us more is Thanh Lee, board chair for the Vietnamese Culture and Science Association, plus our good old friend Henry Yao of the Children's Museum Houston. Good morning to you both. Thank you.
Great to have you here.
Yes, thank you for joining us. And before we dive into the activities at the museum, tell us about what is the Mid-Autumn Festival.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's so exciting today too because there's so many different activity around town, especially at the Children's Museum. So the Mid-Autumn Festival is the celebration of the moon for kids and family. It's kind of a halfway of the harvest time during that time. So family get together, celebrating, making cake, doing tour to out towns, and create a fun activity for the whole family. And the moon, very, very big at that time and very bright in the whole town.
Oh, wow. So beautiful. And you're talking about a little bit about these traditions. And when you talk about family and things like that, what typically takes place during this time?
So usually it takes place out in the field, the center of the village, and at night. We don't do it here at night, but some of the locations in Houston at the temples or at the churches, they would have the lantern to walk around with lighting inside all different animals or different character that they like to make. Also, just like a star. One of the main one for the lantern is also a star as well. And during the night, they have the celebration of the lantern walking, visiting around the town. They will tell story of the old story of the man on the moon. And then people will have moon cake with tea and sweet and things like that at night.
Oh, sounds amazing. Henry, talk about what's in store for families at the museum.
Absolutely. So we're inviting families to come out today. Starting at 9 a.m., we're going to have, I call it the 3 L's. It's legends, lanterns, and lion dancers. So definitely with lanterns, as Thanh spoke about it, it's a big symbolism of Mid-Autumn Fest because we'll be making their own lanterns. For legends, there's definitely a lot of storytelling with traditions. There was an oral tradition to tell stories, especially about legends with men on the moon. The men on the moon. Yes. Yeah, and of course the lion dancers, which is the hit during this festival.
We can't wait. We get to see that in a little while, but it sounds like an incredible time. We know people watching at home are going to want to check this out. How do they go about buying tickets?
Absolutely. They can go to our website, cmhouston.org, get tickets there, or they can just walk up and get tickets at the museum.
This is so important. Talk about how important it is for people to experience different cultures.
Last week we had the same celebration at the Energy Center, and we were on here as well over Houston Life, and we talk about the celebration, the food, all the culture aspect and different because we have Children's Festival here, right? So in Vietnam, that is kind of another mini version or a different type of a Children's Festival where they celebrate throughout. Not just the night, only the weekend start on the 15th to the 18th. Family gather from different part of town, from different part of the region, coming back and visiting their family. For people that never experienced that, they would love to see, oh, what is a mooncake for? Right? You know, what is that representing? And why you have an egg yolk inside of the cake? Because it's representing the moon, right? So we have several different versions of the mooncake. You have from hearty meaty to red bean to mochi type thing. So each country in Asia, actually some of the country in Asia are also celebrating the Mid-Autumn Festival as well. So each country have a different flair to it. But in Vietnam it's a very big thing because it's close to the harvest time, and we celebrate and we embrace the family aspect at that time.
And I love that, embrace the culture, embrace the family.
Yeah, yes. It's going to be a beautiful, exciting celebration. Thank you for coming on to talk to us about it, Thanh and Henry. We so appreciate it. And remember, you can watch all this information and a replay of the segment online at click2houston.com after the show. It'll be under the community section on our website.
And the fun is not over. Later in the show, we'll get a preview of the Dragon and Lion Dance right here on KPRC2. You don't want to miss it. We'll be right back.